The dating pool wouldn't be that hard if there weren't so many married men swimming in it. Stay tuned. Of Women's Month. I'm wearing my lilac lavender outfit. I'm wearing all the views you gave me last week, all 5 of them. Thank you guys for watching none of my videos. But seriously though, thank you guys so much so far for allowing me to experiment with different topics. I'm definitely debating between whether I not want to do, because next month is going to be actually Black Women's Appreciation Month, so I'm trying to think about what type of topics I want to do, but I definitely want to touch back on natural hair. Please show love to my shorts channel and all of that. So today's topic, we are going to be doing the top 5 worst parts of dating in 2026. Coming at number 5, we have HKJ. So if you ever watched Naruto, HKJ is hidden kijutsu. So this is a specific form of karate. Basically, it's a form of martial arts that these men are hiding their kids. Like when they said, hide your kids, hide your wives. And I took that personally, okay? We need to talk about the fact that a lot of these men have kids that they're trying to hide. Now, we're not talking about Love is Blind or him saying he's a donor, none of that. But just in general, these men are hiding that they have children because they know that women these days, they don't want kids at all. Because people think, oh, you don't want no kids? I don't want your kids too. Because some women are just, I don't want kids. When I'm meaning that, I mean your kids as well. The thing is like, oh, okay, you don't want to make no kids with me. Your kids, I don't want them either, but hidden kijutsu, a lot of people have perfected this to where they wait for you to catch feelings, then they're just like, oh yeah, oh god, I'm sorry, what? They're saying hidden kijutsu. They're saying hidden kijutsu, the art of hiding your kids. They literally will hide their kids to the very last second. And of course, they'll say silly things like, oh, well, you never asked. I was like, well, it's something that a good parent would bring their kid up because you want to make sure this person's going to be okay with them being a possible step parent, can't speak. Being a possible step parent, but also being able to give yourself that time to really think about the fact that the person who you might possibly be having a kid with. So that as well, definitely red flag. Coming at number 4, I call this fishing for compliments. So this is when you are on a dating app and you can tell that this person, well, against the married men, hold your horses and your kids. This is basically someone who has multiple chats open across several different dating apps, and they're just fishing. You know how in the middle, like, the act of fishing is when you go out into the middle of the boat, in the middle of the ocean, just cast your net, and you're just kind of like, is there anything biting? No? Okay. And then they just keep doing that for several years with different types of women. So I would definitely say with fishing, I feel like a lot of women, especially in this day and age, that do not have time to sit there and go and look and try to see who, I wouldn't say go and look, but like they don't have time to date in real life. We have a bunch of people who are burning the candle at both ends. Like they have a work from home job, and they actually have an in-person job as well, where they're trying to balance out all these things. So they don't have time to actually date in person. So they'll go through chats and be like, okay, well, we've been chatting for a bit. What do you think? Should we meet in real life or not? And then the answer is like, I don't really know, because they're balancing so many different people between the chats. Now, this goes for both genders. Ladies, I gotta call y'all out too. Y'all be fishing as well. But I wanted to particularly focus on the women because this is Women's Month. But I'm just saying, in this aspect, I feel like a lot of people are meeting more and more people online. So many exceptions to the rule of people meeting somebody online and then through a dating app, there's like, oh yeah, we met on Tinder and we met on this, then we fell in love and this and other. So definitely a lot of fishing, I can see fishing being a thing of the future, unfortunately not the past. And it's heartbreaking because imagine you've been texting back and forth with this person for a couple of months. Sometimes people can go, from what I've seen in social media and all that, I've seen people like they said, oh yeah, I was texting girl, hey girl, I was texting with this dude back and forth for 4, 5, 6 months. And when it was time to come to meet, he was just like, oh, well, I'll see if I'm available. Basically just dodging the question because he has so many options between all these different websites that it's just kind of like, ooh, I want to meet up with you, but I'm still not done. I'm on my second virtual date with this person. So that's why I call it fishing, because it's almost as if they're spamming their love life in a way. So, I think I wanted to put that one a little bit higher, but there's some worse ones on here. But definitely fishing is definitely going to be a trend I can see continuing in the future. Coming in number 3, married men. Yeah. Okay. We need to do a paper test, right? So if he has, there's no such thing as that. Like married men like to work. Married men like to work in this level of purgatory, relationship purgatory. Oh, I'm gonna leave my wife someday. Very simple. Paper test. If there is a marriage certificate, divorce certificate, or separate, the divorce finalized certificate, there's no in between. There's no in between. So either you are married or you are divorced. IRS says, what are you? DTR define the relationship. Whatever you put on the IRS is their status. I don't care what he says. Yeah, I'm leaving her. She's so annoying and blah, blah, blah. And this, that, other. I promise it's you, girl. I promise you. Like, see, you're so easy compared to my wife. Like, marriage certificate or divorce certificate. There's no in between. And I feel like with married men, where's that accent? With married men being in the dating market, sometimes they also do hidden HKJ, hidden Kijutsu. Sometimes they do it too as well, but they do it with their wives. They'll have a whole wife, not half. They'll have a whole wife at home, and they're adamant in the marriage. They're adamant in the dating apps. And the reason why this is problematic, besides breaking your vows to your partner, the reason why it's problematic is the fact that when you see somebody and they're single, they're going to think like, damn, well, I mean, what's the point of being married to this person if, when they get married, they're just going to do whatever they want to do or still act single? What would be the whole point of getting married if, getting with this person, they're going to do whatever they want to do? So you're not just breaking your vows, you're also breaking the heart of people of like, damn, well, if a married person can do this, what's the whole point of being married if this person's still going to act single? What's the whole point of dealing with all this nonsense if they're still going to sit there and come in and behave in this manner? Because from my perspective, I can't tell you how many married men I have personally been hit on by. Countless. And I know people are just like, oh, you need to tell the wife. Yes, hi, I am a strange young woman. I just want to let you know your man's trifling. I just disperse, move back. I say, I'm not interested, and I move on, okay? But I need you to know there is a vast amount of married men within the dating market, so be careful. Okay, number 2 is the courting process. So the reason why I said it as such a gesturing way, because I think it's a joke what people consider courting is nowadays. So when I think of courting, I think of you're dating this person. Dating is an action of dates. So you have a string of dates that you're going on. You're courting this person, correct? And this is protection for the men too. Like, you need to protect your seed as well. But when it comes to courting a person, my mindset was always the fact that we need to have boundaries. Because you saying, oh, just come to my house, I can come cook for us. I was like, I call this old married couple syndrome, right? Anything that an old married couple would do, we shan't be doing before we have official status together. It doesn't make any sense. I was like coming over to your house, or going over to this person's house to watch movies at home, pop popcorn, cook. These are all things that old married couples do, or married couples who are set within their relationship do. You should not be having it where the first date is like, hey, can you come over to my house and cook? It's not endearing. It's scary. Actually, nurse, it's not endearing at all. You need to understand how denigrating that is to a woman's self-esteem. Stay with me now. That you're in the mindset of like, one, this person doesn't deserve real time, real effort. Two, you think that I'm easy enough that I can just come over to your house and you can get whatever you want. And three, it's very important why it's disrespectful, just so you can keep in mind the next time someone says they want to Netflix and chill. It's the fact that these men who have a particular way that they chase you. I can't put it into words, but they have this particular way in which they chase you repeatedly, incessantly. And then once they catch up to you, it's just like, I don't really want nothing. Whew, that was a long chase. All right. So are we watching Age of Attraction or what? Like, are we watching Love Is Blind? Like, it is crazy, that energy that is like, they're not even there. It's like the chase that leads up to the courting is more impactful than the actual courting. So you got to watch out for, I have it on here as new style courting. No, a married couple syndrome. You need to be going on adventures. Even if it's something as simple as a coffee date, to kind of just have like an introduction. Hey, like, let's meet up. Because to me, coffee date has always given me that vibe that we're planning an actual real date. Coffee date has always been a median date for me, But anyways, coming in at number one. Number one is wife status baiting. So wife status baiting, I'm so glad you asked. Wife status baiting is basically when a man has a tendency to kind of dangle the status of like, hey, if you behave, I might. And they kind of just dangle that. This is a pen. They kind of just dangle that. They just kind of dangle in front of your face. You have to understand, we are not, how to describe it? We are not our moms, okay? The status of being a wife means nothing if the man that gave you the status is not a righteous man. He's not a kind man. He's not a financially stable man. He's not an emotionally regulated man. Wife status means nothing. You might as well give me a rock from the floor. Okay? If he is not all those things, it means nothing. And we know that now. One of the things that I love personally about millennials and especially Gen Z women is that we see through the fluff that our moms and grandmas salivated over. But girl, he almost wifed you up. His pH is unbalanced, okay? And he is not properly employed. He does not have a vision for his future. So I don't care that he gives me a ring. You can miss me with that. If he does not embody those different characteristics, getting married means nothing but proving to your friends that you got to the end of the race first. One thing I can say that we learned, I'll end on this note, is that as women, we are learning that when it comes to men, it is just better to be off by yourself than be with a man who is not everything that you want. Because it may feel good today. Okay, I'm married, ring on it. You feel me? It may feel good today, but will it feel good in 5 years? Will it feel good in 10 years? Can I count on this person that when I can't give you love, and can I count on this person to still have interest in me? Can I count on him? Can I count on you to be my emotional sounding board? You need to ask yourself these questions. If something were to ever happen to me, would he take care of me? It has nothing to do with money. It does have something to do with money. But can you sit there and confidently say this person can, there's something to think about before I end this video. Can you count on this person? Or do you just want the status of wife? Don't forget to subscribe, share. It's Claire Hair.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. 7